Good afternoon everyone. So I'm just making my way out to the sand flats right now, and I bring my little spinning setup, and this afternoon I'm going to teach you guys how to catch some flathead. So this is a bit of an overview of the area we're going to be fishing. As you can see, pretty sandy flats, a few drop-offs, a few mud banks, so let's make our way over to the spot. Alright, so I've just made my way out and walked across the mud flat and came around the side of this island because the wind is absolutely howling today, so I'm going to try and get a bit of cover behind this island. Alright, so this is the setup we're going to be using today for flathead. It's just a 2,500 size Stratic with 12-pound braid, and then this is actually my squid rod. It's 8'7" I think, so it's good for casting, and it's probably, I don't know, maybe a bit long, but it definitely does for flathead. It's a very good rod. Alright, so this is the area we're going to be covering. So as you can see, it's just a shallow sandbank which eventually drops off into deeper water. So this is the area we're going to be covering. As you can see, I've got out of the wind, which is absolutely howling, so hopefully we can catch some flathead. So these are the plastics we're going to be using this morning, 120mm squidgy wrigglers, and this is one I just rigged up right here. So we're going to be using that with also a little bit of S factor on there as well, just to give it a bit of extra attractant. And of course, as soon as I get here, a kayaker comes. Classic. Alright, let's get casting. So as I said, shallow sand, which eventually drops off over there. So what the flathead do is they like to sit just in the shallow sand just before the drop off, or even just over the drop off, and ambush anything which comes over it. So what I plan to do is make as many casts as I can where I think the flathead will be, hunting on that drop off, and hopefully it will come into the pass with a few of them. On, straight away. There we go, first cast. Tiny little one, but it's definitely a fish. Let's see what he is. Look at that for a flathead. First cast. Oh wow. He is a keen little flathead. Have a look at that. Not really the size we're looking for today, but hopefully it can only get bigger from here, because that is tiny. That's the smallest flathead I've ever caught along these sandbanks. But anyway, that was first cast, so let's get him unhooked and get him back off. There he goes. Alright, so that was on this 120mm plastic, pretty much bigger than the flathead, but as you can see, they were feeding, and that's just like I said. So obviously he was just hunting on that sandbank along here, and he saw that lure and shot straight out and grabbed it. Alright, so usually what I like to do if I have any is put a bit of S factor on every time I catch a fish. Or if I don't catch a fish in like 15-20 minutes, then I'll put some more back on. You don't need it. I've caught plenty of flathead without it, but it helps a bit, I reckon, so I put that on whenever I can. Alright, so obviously we got that little one fairly quickly, but hopefully that's a good sign. Usually when one flathead's feeding, it can mean that the others are feeding as well, so hopefully we could be in for a few more, and hopefully we get onto a few bigger size models, because that'll be good. Got one. On to another one. Tiny one again. Today a small flathead today. Right out opposite this tree right here. He's just sitting out there. Nice little flatty right there. Another small one, so I don't know what's going on. All the little fellas are out today, but hopefully we can upgrade sometime soon. Geez, these flathead are greedy. Have a look at the size of that lure, then have a look at him. This proves how hungry he was. There he goes. See, mate? Okay, so as I said, flathead are ambush predators. So that means that they sit in the one spot, they bury themselves in the sand, and then they wait for a bait fish to come on top. So a few good areas, and a few of the best areas I like to fish, are where there are fallen down trees, on drop-offs, or on sand flats where there's lots of bait fish. So those are a few areas where I think flathead congregate the most, and I reckon I catch the most flathead fishing those areas. Alright, so the technique when soft plastics fishing is fairly simple. So obviously cast it out there, get it as far out to that drop off as you can, let it sink down, and then just give it a few flicks up, and then let it sit for a few seconds, a few more flicks, let it sit, a few more flicks, let it sit, and just repeat that all the way back to the bank. Flathead, more commonly than not, will actually grab it on the paws. So they'll stalk it up a bit, they'll chase it when you flick it, and then when you stop it, they'll grab it. All right, everyone, so from now on, it's gonna get a little bit windy for this next spot I'm going. I'm gonna try target some bigger flathead. So we've caught a couple small ones so far, but I'm gonna go out and explore this area here. There's some good variations in depth, so it goes up, down, and the flathead tend to sit in the little gutters like that. So I was actually walking out here the other day and I saw some really big flathead lies. So there's some really promising signs for this area, so hopefully we can pull some good fish. Now I might as well go over flathead lies a little bit. So if a flathead has been in the area, so obviously a flathead, when it's been hunting or when it's waiting for food, it buries itself, and then when it moves, it leaves a lie in the sand, which is the exact same as a flathead. So if you ever explore a new area, say if you explore sand flats at low tide like this, and you see flathead lies, that's a very good sign that you're in the right area. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but check out the size of that lie. This fish right here would be, I don't even know, huge. I'll put the camera underwater and give you a better look at it. Alright, so I'm just gonna make my way all the way out. So this is just a massive sand flat. You do get flathead on here, but where I'm gonna go is to the drop off. So as I said, there's some variations in depth, and you can get really big flathead along those edges. So we've caught our small ones, now it's time to try upgrade. On. Oh, that's better. Better fish, better fish. Oh yeah, this is a better one, guys. Alright, so he's going up current, as you can see. Another flathead. Just came out to the deeper area. Oh yeah, this is a much better fish. Alright, let's try. I'm gonna have to try beach him probably, but he's going everywhere, this fish. Oh yeah, he's a lot better. Alright. First good flathead of the day. Not sure how big he is, but oh yeah, I can see him out there. He's a real good one. Alright, definitely going to bring this one to the beach. Whew, that's a real good fish, guys. He's shaking his head. He's swallowed the plastic. Alright, there he goes. He's taken off on the 120mm plastic, and this is a good one. This is the one we came out here for. Oh, there he goes. Taken off. We had a measurement of this fish when we get him in. Got a fair walk ahead of us, but good flathead, look at that. We'll get a measurement when we get him, but we'll just walk him to the beach first. That's a good fish. This is the one we came out here for. The big Dusky Flathead. He's not too big, he's probably, I don't know, still a good fish, but he's probably 60, 50 something, 60 probably, so we'll get him to the beach, get him off, and so he actually picked the lure up and then ran towards us a bit, so this is a pretty nice fish. He's just cruising in for us, which is good. Oh, he doesn't like that. He's only just pinned, but hopefully we can get him up. Alright, we're down to the beach now. And there he is. Good flathead. Alright guys, so let's give her a measure. So that is a 62 centimeter flathead right there. So that is much better than the tiny ones we just caught. So anyway, we'll let him go, let her go. Definitely a female, this one, so she can keep producing and live to fight another day. What a beautiful fish. Let's get a last look and let's let her go. See you later. It's been in water pools the whole time, so she is 100% fine. Beautiful fish. Off she goes. Made sure she got out there all right. Alright guys, so as you saw, 120mm squidgy wriggler is getting it done. So as I thought, the bigger fish will be hanging right along this drop off, and because it's a real windy day, the boat traffic isn't as bad, so that's probably helping me out a bit. The best time for flathead is usually in the morning, early morning, but right now I'm fishing like afternoon. It's 2:11 right now, so it's not the best time for flathead by any means, but as you can see, because the wind has kept the boats off the water, I'm having more luck. We'll keep casting along this drop off and see if we can pick up any more good fish. Another one. On, right at my feet. There we go. A bit smaller, this one. I just spooked two and I was like, what? Right at my feet. And then there we go. There's another one. A fourth for the... Oh! Oh, that was a big one. No! There's a big one sitting right here and I just spooked him. Tell you what's crazy, I walked through here before, so that means he's come here in the past hour and a half. I was walking up there, so... Alright, it's this little guy's lucky day. Put him back. There he goes. Fourth one. And he's right along this drop off. Wow, that was a big fish I just scared right here. Alright, I'm down to the last hour of sunlight, then we have to get out of here. Oh, look, there's a flathead lie right next to me. There's so many flathead in this area, I can't believe it. There's another probably 60cm lie, 50cm lie right next to me. So it just proves that they're stacked up on this spot, and I found this spot on Google Earth, so use Google Earth if you're trying to find new spots. On again. It's a little one again, but still another fish. Yeah, another small one. Fifth flathead. This is just, I'm just cruising along the sand flats now because they seem to be everywhere. Not big fish at the moment, but just many fish. See you later, mate. Yeah, so what I'm doing now is they weren't really biting on the real lumpy ground, so I was fishing on that for ages. I didn't really get anything, and now I've came back here and there's just flathead everywhere. Like they're just all stocked up on this little flat right here. Don't have very long fishing left until I've got to go, but I'm kind of just cruising along here right now and still a few fish around, so give it a little bit longer, but then we'll call it a day because the sun's gonna go down. On again. Oh, this might be a little bit bigger, but he's still not that big. Nah, he's another small one. 6 flathead along this bank. He's just cruising it, he's not doing anything. There he goes. Alright, anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video or if you learned something about how to catch flathead, then give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. Anyway guys, I got a big walk back, so I'll see you in the next one.